Hey, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Guys, today we're going to be doing a little prediction for the future. I'm going to break down which guns, the top 5 guns I think are going to be the best when Cold War integrates into Warzone. Because, let's be honest, I started this channel as a Warzone only channel. Right now I've been grinding multiplayer, loving it, but a lot of you guys love Warzone, and I think everyone enjoys Warzone on the side at least. If you're not just a full-on sweaty multiplayer player, you're still going to jump into Warzone casually at times. So it's always fun to jump in with the boys. I'm going to get you guys ahead of the game here. Hope you guys do enjoy. If you guys have any questions, comments, or anything, leave them down in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel if this did help you guys out at all, or if you guys do like the content, and like the video, guys. Let's jump on into it. Alrighty, guys, so let's jump on into this. I do want to give you guys a little disclaimer that we have to remember that we are going to be integrating from the Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War coding into the Modern Warfare coding / Warzone coding, because they apparently made a specific engine that can run both codes. I don't know how it's going to work exactly, but I imagine they're just going to be transferring the guns over to the one that's already there. I think they're going to look slightly different because obviously the graphics are slightly different, which no one has any idea how this is going to work, but apparently they have some secrets rolled up their sleeves. Is it going to be completely broken when it first drops? I could probably bet on it, but I'm very intrigued. So the way I'm going to be making this list is, from my knowledge, I have plenty of wins in Warzone. I have over 100 wins in Warzone with the crazy skill-based matchmaking with a very good KD. So I know what I'm talking about when it comes to Warzone. I know some of you guys haven't seen me play Warzone, or if you have, you checked old videos, or you've been around for a while here. So I know a thing or two. The things that work in Warzone: guns that have great accuracy with a good headshot multiplier, like the Kilo, the M4 originally, there's a bunch of guns. The MP5 has a great headshot multiplier too, and that's why it's still the SMG that everyone runs. Then there's like the high fire rate guns like the Ram 7, some of the LMGs. There's a bunch of good guns that have great fire rates. The MP7 it's like basically accuracy with the high fire rate, so it comes down to how accurate you are. So there's 2 ways that you can go with that, and I'm kind of going to break down the classes that I think are going to be the best and can kind of fall into that. So let's start off at number 5. Alrighty, guys, before we start at number 5, I am just going to give you guys a couple like wildcard classes that I think are going to be really good. Essentially, I think all of these tactical rifles are going to be that borderline gun. Like the Type 63 is super accurate. It's a semi-automatic gun, but like it kills in like 2 bullets in here, so who knows how much damage it's going to do in Warzone. M16's a beast right now, the AUG's a beast right now, and the DMR is pretty solid. It's definitely one of the weaker ones, but these 2 specifically, the M16 and the AUG, if they transfer over their damage, where you could get like a 2 burst on someone, it's going to be really scary, guys, because right now a lot of people are getting consistent 1 burst with these even after the nerf in multiplayer. So I'm really intrigued to see a good 3 burst in Warzone, but I have no idea how it's going to transfer over. So that's why I'm keeping out Wildcard right now, but we want to keep an eye on them. So definitely you want to level those if you can. Then going into number 5, I think I'm going to have to throw in my personal little secret gun of this entire thing, and that is going to be the QBZ. So guys, I'm going to start off with the QBZ here. I think it is perfect for Warzone because it has a really fast fire rate. This gun really does kind of act like the Ram from Modern Warfare, and that's what I would compare it to. Crazy fast fire rate. Feels like a SMG when you're wielding it. Like it's super loose feeling and like just feels light. And really kills people very fast. I personally think when you hit your shots with this gun, if from like bullet 1 to the end, if you hit every shot, it's probably the fastest kill time in the game. It's absolutely ridiculous right now in multiplayer, and I think that transition into Warzone is gonna be very smooth for this gun, which I think a lot of people are gonna kind of call me crazy for putting in here, but low-key, guys, if you guys haven't tried this gun out and got it leveled up, it's really bad at the lower levels, but once you get to that like higher, like 35 plus, it is an absolute beam, guys, and I really do think you should try it out, and that's why it comes at number 5 on this list. And coming in at number 4 on this list, guys, I'm going to put the AK-74U. I'm very intrigued with this weapon right now because it's very underwhelming in multiplayer, to be honest, but I feel like it transitions well into Warzone. It's going to be like that high damage, like not super high fire rate gun. Like this thing really can put people down very quickly from like a decent range in multiplayer. So I think that's where it's going to have its strengths in the game. It's going to be kind of like that situation where it's kind of like the AUG / like Yeah, I'd have to just say like the AUG is where it kind of would compare to right now in Warzone. And the AUG is a very viable SMG. Trust me, I've tried every gun in Warzone, and it's probably like the second best SMG behind the MP5 for like kill time. And I think that's where this is going to fall in, where I really don't know what they're going to do with this gun, because it is slightly like a lower tier gun right now. The SMGs kind of just suck in multiplayer right now, to be completely honest, because the MP5 was broken and now it's pretty balanced. But this gun was busted in alpha, busted in beta, and then they kind of like toned it back to where if you don't get first bullets with this gun, you're not going to win most fights. So I'm interested in see where this one ends up going. I am putting it on the list because I like to mix up my list a little bit with different kinds of classes on it, but I do think it is going to be solid in Warzone compared to the AUG. I am very intrigued with this one. So let's go on to number 3. Alrighty, guys. So coming in at number 3, guys, we have the MP5. So the thing about this gun that I'm very interested in is how are they going to manage balancing 2 MP5s in the same game? Are they going to say, hey, the other one's been in the game for so long, it's just been running everything, we don't know how to balance it, we're just going to get rid of it and just throw this one in here and be like, here's your average MP5 that is pretty solid but not like great? Or are they going to try to put both of them in this game at the same time? Nobody has any idea. There's a few guns in this game that they are going to have to do that with. So the thing with this gun that is very interesting is it was busted originally. They came out with that nerf, and it's still the strongest SMG by far. The Bullfrog might be number 2 on that list, but I don't think that gun's going to transfer over to Warzone very well. But I just don't know how they're going to transfer, guys. It's a very accurate gun. It has good range. But at this point, they just nerfed it, and I do put it at number 3 on this list because it is, like I said, the best SMG in the game right now. But is it going to be better than the other MP5? I have no idea, but I'm interested. It is the best SMG in the game still. We'll see where it goes, guys. We're going to have to just put that at number 3 as a kind of like another wild card. I have no idea what they're going to do with this gun. We need to figure out what they're going to do with that double integration. Let's go on to number 2. And coming in at number 2 today, we have the AK-47. Another double integration gun. What are they going to do? This version of the AK is 100 times better than the version in Modern Warfare currently. The one in Modern Warfare, I will say to this day, like getting that video for this YouTube channel was probably the worst Warzone experience of my life. It is absolutely terrible. The first 3 bullets, money. Then that gun just goes wild. This gun is completely different. This gun is an absolute laser beam. It's very accurate. Probably the best AR in the game right now, if not the best gun in the game right now. And I think it's going to transfer over perfect, guys. This gun, if I were to say any gun in the game, except for the next gun I'm going to be talking about, make sure you are leveling this. It is the most balanced gun in this game. It's good at short to medium range. It's good at long range. And it is an absolute beam, guys. So I think it's going to transfer over great. And it's just kind of like up in the air. What are they going to do? Are they going to throw both of them in the game? Who knows? I'm excited about it, but this gun is going to be awesome. Let's go on to number 1. Okay, guys, so coming in at number 1 today is going to be the Krieg. If you guys haven't seen any of my Krieg gameplay, I have a bunch of them on here, and essentially, like, aiming down sights with this gun is just dumb. Like, it makes no sense at all, and it kills faster at long range than it does at short range. I'm not even kidding, guys. Like, it makes no sense. It kills in like 3 bullets across the map, and then you're up close, it kills in like 5. Don't tell me how or who coded the game, but like makes no sense. So I think with this gun, it falls perfect into that war zone, because at this point in time, when you're aiming down sights with this gun, you have to get aiming down sights with this gun. That's just kind of like how the Bruin played at one point. And once you got down sight, there's no way you're going to lose the gunfight. The only time you're going to lose is in that transition period where you're like jumping and then you're getting into that down sight, and as it takes a little bit longer to come up. That's how this gun is. But you play around that a little bit and you have an absolute laser beam. So that's why it comes in at number 1 for me today, guys. Coming in number 1 overall gun in Warzone, I believe, is going to be this Krieg, guys. It is just an absolute beam, and hope you guys did enjoy the video. Like I said, I am not an expert, but I do have a lot of gameplay in, I think it's like 20 days playtime in Warzone, and then I already have a good amount of time, max 100 prestige in this, so I have no idea what's going to be happening, but I am very intrigued, and I know everyone else is out there, and I'm excited to go along this trip with us. I wish they had a beta or something that we could jump into Warzone with these guns, so I had a more definitive answer, but just going off of what I know from both games, this is my list, and this is something I would love to talk about in the comments. If you guys have any leaked info, anything like that, let me know down below. Subscribe to the channel if you did like the list, and like the video, guys. I appreciate y'all. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and peace out.